Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to create an image enlargement feature where if you have an image gallery like this or a list of thumbnails, for example, where you have smaller pictures, you can let your users click on an image and view it much bigger in this pop-up and then continue to flip through the rest of the list with these next and previous buttons, and it can wrap around the list. But the feature itself that we're talking about here is basically selecting an image that's on a page and then jumping right to it in a much larger view. So let's get started. All right, so to begin, I have this repeating group here displaying a list of events. That's my record in my database. I have an event data type, and within the event data type, I have a field for the event's photo. So that's the only element I have in the cell for the event is an image element so that I can display the current cell event's photo. And with that, I get this nice little gallery here. So if you're building an application that has like an image gallery or a list of thumbnails in any way for images, this is going to be really great for you. What I want to happen is when I click on this picture, it will show a pop-up and display the image much larger. And from there, I can thumb through, I can scroll through the list of images within that larger view and continue to view these images a lot bigger. So what I'm going to do now is add a pop-up here. Obviously we want it to be a lot bigger than the original image size there, and then I'm going to add another repeating group inside of this pop-up. Okay, so this repeating group is going to be a 1-by-1 cell, so one row, one column, and I'm going to set the layout style to fixed number of cells. The reason is because we're going to use the pagination features for repeating group elements to be able to go to the second cell, the third cell, or go back to the second, back to the first with next and previous buttons right here, and the repeating group element will let us do that very, very easily. So again, this is a 1-by-1. I've set this to fixed number of cells. The repeating group is going to be the exact same list as what we have on the page here for my events. Now you can set up this repeating group a number of different ways, but the most efficient is to just have this dependent on whatever your list is back here. So instead of saying that this is going to be an event that will do another search for a list of events, okay, because we're performing the search in the page back there and then performing it again here, that's asking Bubble to perform that search twice. If we want to build it a little bit more efficiently, what we can do is say, no, this is really just an image, a list of images, and then the data source is going to be the images from this list. So I can pull the repeating group event, this is on my page behind the pop-up, list of events, and then I'll navigate to the photo field. Okay, so the search has already been performed here. In my pop-up, this is just going to pull from that. The type of list this repeating group will be is a list of images, and then where I grab that image list is from the repeating group behind. Okay, so now within this repeating group, I have to, of course, add my image element so that I can actually see the image. I'm going to just center this a little bit here. And then the dynamic source for this image is going to be the current cell's image. All right, now I'm going to add previous and next buttons so that we can flip between images in our list. I'm going to grab these, I'm going to group those together so that I can center this nice and easily there. Okay. Now, when the next button is clicked, we're going to run our repeating group action. You can find this under element actions here, show next. This will simply show the next item in the repeating group list. Right, so I'm going to select the image repeating group. This is the 1-by-1 in the pop-up. And then the same thing with the previous button. When the previous button is clicked, we will go to element actions and then show previous. Okay, this will grab the next image in that list. We can also wrap around so that when you reach the end of the list, it just starts back from the beginning again. So I will check that off for both of our buttons here. All right, so these buttons will let us go next and previous within our list, but we only see one image at a time. Now we need to show the pop-up. So when I click on the image element here, we're going to create a workflow. When that image is clicked, we will show our pop-up. Now I'm going to show you what this does alone because we're not done yet. Okay, so when I click on the first image here, we'll show the pop-up and we can see that that image is a lot bigger, we can see it better, and I can click on next to go through in that direction, or I can click previous to go back in the reverse direction. You can see if I click previous when I'm on the first image, it'll just wrap around and start at the end of the list because I checked that wraparound feature. Okay, so far this is behaving exactly how we want, but let's say I go back out here and I want to click on this image of the strawberries so that when the pop-up shows, we are already on the image of the strawberries. So if I click that, we can see that that doesn't happen. We are actually at the image that we left off at. If I, let's see if I go back here and end on the bridge image here and click on the waterfall, you can see that I'm just showing the last image that I was on. So what we need to do is tell the pop-up, hey, go to this specific image no matter where I left off on, or even if it was the first page load, open up the pop-up and show the specific image that I clicked on here. What we're going to use is the repeating group's index number to tell the second repeating group in the pop-up which number image to jump to, basically. So when this image is clicked, this is our thumbnail. I'm going to relabel this as image thumbnail so that that makes more sense than image B. All right, so when image thumbnail is clicked, of course we'll show the pop-up, but then we're also going to add this action, go to page. This tells a repeating group to go to a specific cell in that list, and this will only work if your repeating group is not scrolling. Because our repeating group is formatted as a 1-by-1, each page is actually a different image. If you were to have a non-scrolling layout like this, so this is still one page. It's one page of 6 images. My page 2 would be images 7 through 12. But with our 1-by-1, each page is its own image. So what I'm going to do is run this action, go to page of a repeating group. I want my pop-up image, and the page number will be the current cell's index. Okay, and the index simply refers to the placement that the cell is within the list. So this is index 1, this is index 2, this is 3, 4, 5, right? So if I click on this image here, this image's index is number 2, which will allow the action to go to page number 2 in our 1-by-1. So now I'm going to refresh here. And let's try clicking on the strawberries. We can see that I went immediately to the strawberries. If I click out, click on the bridge, immediately to the bridge. All right, so if I turn on the step-by-step in the debugger here, you can see exactly what's happening. I'm going to click on the mountains now. So the mountains image was clicked. We're going to show the pop-up. Okay, now the pop-up is shown. We're going through this slowly. You obviously don't see this when you're running it in real time, but the pop-up is shown, but it hasn't yet triggered this action to go to a specific page. So the last one that I was on was this waterfall one, but you can see that this next action that's coming up, it's going to change the image to go to the one of where the mountain image was. So here, we haven't run it yet, but we can see what it's going to the value that it's going to insert for that page number. So if I click on page 5 here, I can see that the image's index that I clicked on was number 5. It was in that 5th position down here, and so it will insert 5 for the page and thus display page 5 of our 1-by-1 repeating group. Okay, and of course, whoops, let me hit run there. You can continue to use these just the same, previous and next. Alright, and that's it. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so that you can get notified every time there's a new tutorial. Thanks so much for watching.